Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm Helen from Contagious Creativity and I'm doing something different today. I normally share with you my traveller's notebooks, but this is, funnily enough, a book about my travels, but it's not a traveller's notebook. This is a snap album, and if you haven't seen them before, they come with these pockets in plastic pockets and they're all attached here, so you can add or take away or whatever you want to do, move them around. So I just thought this was going to be a really cool system. I had lots of pictures from the holiday, and I just felt like I was going to use up most of a notebook. So I wanted to try this system out, and you'll see I've used mostly inky quill printables in here and a few other bits and bobs, so we'll get going. So are we in frame? I'm not used to something this big. So we went to Bruges and to Cologne. So started off with a kind of title. This, as I said, was inky quill. That is also, and it was a road trip, so that's one of hers. And I used this from Simple Stories. It's from the Let's Get Crafty, as is this, and I've used a few of those because the colours kind of worked really nicely with the inky quill printables. So I just got about how we got up at 3:50 in the morning. The girls and I all fell asleep in the car, and there's a little picture of Mary asleep with her legs crossed and cuddling her toy dog. Just super cute, to sort of set the scene of the road trip. Then I hope it's not too glary, I've just suddenly realised it might be. I think that's okay. So we arrived at the hotel, and there was a hopscotch, so the girls had great fun doing that. And then we looked around Bruges. Bethany was just so excited, so I had to snap a picture of her, showing Graham, oh, look at that building, look at that building. And there was a market on that day, so we were able to potter around and try and decipher whether it was best to speak German or best to speak French, because we just weren't really sure. We kind of got a gauge as we were wandering around. These are all inky quill printables, so I'm really pleased with how they all came out. Then this is from Let's Get Crafty, Simple Stories, with some inky quill printables on it. We decided we were just going to eat all we could, all the different things, and we're going to try all the different beers and stuff. So we did. And there's Graham with a great big a Belgian beer. I was going to say Bruges beer. That doesn't sound right. So yeah, this is kind of just a whole page, which I really like, that you can do the different pages. You've got the 4x6 ones, or 3x4, and then this is what would it be? 8x6 must be. 6x8, as other people call it. So then I used a bit of a map that we got from the hotel, and this was our ticket because we climbed up this big tower, which was insane, really, because I have tiny children, and we went up these really windy steps, and the girls were fine, but my husband hates heights, so that was always fun. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea. And then we got up there, the bells started ringing, and the children were scared of the noise, so it all went wrong. But we did it, and they were so proud of themselves for doing it. And I really liked this sentiment, take a photo or it didn't happen. I should have put the really quick snap I got at the top before we had to go back down again, because the girls were too scared of the noise. But yeah, I thought that was quite funny. And yeah, just some more documenting about the stuff that happened on the trip. People were so generous. The girls got given lollies, they got given balloons, they got all sorts of stuff, which was so kind of people when we went into shops. Some pictures of the water. I mean, if you haven't been to Bruges, I would highly recommend it. It's just stunning. We could have spent longer there. We only spent one night there, which was a shame, but it was wonderful to see. So a bit of journaling and just some pictures of where we stopped for a drink, and the girls looking out over at the view. And then I've got lots of stuff here. So these are all the 3x 4x3, 3x4, yeah, you know what I mean, pockets. You can tell I'm not used to this format, can't you, because I don't know all the lingo. So I've got some documenting about going to the chocolate line, which is was a highly recommended chocolate shop that we had to try some Belgian chocolate, and then one of the Belgian beer that we chose. That's another bit of the map that I just cut out, and inky quill printables. This is a My Green Cow printable because we went to this amazing pizza place which is called Automat, which is tomato backwards, I think. Yes, it must. So that was lovely, and I just wanted to remember that. And then Mary was absolutely zonked because we'd got up early, but she was sort of drinking her juice and she looks really tired. So little picture. We all had a lovely night, and then we woke up and we watched Bob de Bouwer, which I think is Dutch Bob the Builder. None of us understood a word of it, but we popped it on because we all didn't quite want to get up yet. So that was quite fun. Then there's fairy doors all around the city, so the girls were enjoying spotting those. And then I've got this cool little pigeon down here. I don't know, he's shiny, and it's shiny background. I hope you can see it. So he was being fed by the girls. We couldn't find anywhere that was open for breakfast, because it wasn't really early, but and most places didn't open until 10, and we wanted to get on the road, so we just grabbed some pastries and sat on some church steps, which was nice. Yeah, so there we go. Just trying to see whether I could make it less glary, but I couldn't. It's not going to happen unless I pull them all out, but some of them are really stuck in there, so it's not going to work. Sorry, this is not not brilliant quality, but I hope you're still getting the general gist. So I've got some more cards from Inky Quill, and this paper was from the Let's Get Crafty thing, Simple Stories collection. We had to McDonald's because it was simple and we knew what we were going to get there, and we knew the girls would eat it. We went on the Autobahn, which is just, when you're used to UK roads, it's just a dream. There's just hardly any traffic and it's just so easy. Yeah, we are very congested in the UK. Then we've got some pictures of just before we left Bruges, the girls doing poses on the statue, which is cute. Then we got into Cologne and the girls looked so sweet walking along with their backpacks and their teddies. I took them and their sisters and their best friends. We went to the Cologne Cathedral, the Grubby Cathedral as it was being referred to, and got Bethany admiring it and me and Mary posing. This little leg kick, don't know where she's learned that from, but it appears quite a lot. So yes. Then we were making up, Bethany was making up songs about all the things she could see, and then we were sat by the river and somebody came past with listening to what I can only assume is German death metal. It was very angry music in German, and yeah, it was just quite funny because it was this beautiful view, and then we had this as we were sitting there. Then we went to this place, which is a German beer hall, for tea, and had some beer and some food, schnitzel and sauerkraut, and did all the German stuff, which was fun. And then I got another 6x8 page here, which I used. Is one of Inky Quill's, she uses them to like put things in, but I just kind of like the curve of it, so I sort of stuck it on to make it like that. And yeah, the girls were just laughing their heads off as Graham tickles them, and it was just lovely. And I'm just documenting about the fact that, yeah, we did have a lot of grumps. There were grumpy moments, but majority of it was just lovely, and it was lovely to spend time as a family. Then the next day, that isn't the next day, so we've got another picture, and I've just put some Inky Quill's tiny words on, and the girls shared a bed, which they loved, and then they were playing in the morning, which was nice because we got to stay in bed, and there's just like a partition door between us so we could see through, and watch them playing, which was really cute. And then the next day we did a really long walk. We walked right over, this is part way along the river, but we walked over to the cable cars over here and went on the cable car. So I put the tickets, I just put one adult and one child just for reference, and a picture of Graham and Bethany in the cable car. This paper is from the Let's Get Crafty collection again, as are most of the stickers. Then we found a play park on the other side of the river, which the girls spent ages on, although it was super hot. And then we went back and had another McDonald's. It was so bad, but it was just a case. We went to some places and they just couldn't make up their mind, and we're just like, oh, it's just for an easy life. Then we went to the Chocolate Museum, which I highly recommend on a hot day because it's super cool, apart from in the tropical bit where we went to see where a cocoa tree grew, because they have a little bit there, so that was really muggy, obviously. And then we got to watch chocolate being made, and we even got to eat some, which was always good. So yeah, the kicking legs were back here. I don't know why they're posing like that, but they are. It was a lint museum, so they posed with the lint bunnies, giant lint bunnies. Unfortunately, they were plastic, not chocolate. And then this is where the little chocolates came out, and you could see them being made right from start to finish, the whole process. It was really good museum. I highly recommend it. Then the last night we spent there, we had a meal out, so this is just pictures of Graham and Bethany and me and Meredith, and so we had a bath first, and then we went out for tea, and the waiters were wearing lederhosen. It was not far from the kind of the cathedral, so it's obviously very touristy, but it's all part of the fun. And in the toilets they had skis not painted on the floor, stuck on the floor, pretend ones, just pictures, but it was quite funny, so I took a picture of that. And then this was on the journey back home, and our crossing, because we did the tunnel, the channel tunnel crossing, Eurotunnel, that's the word. So I just popped a bit of our hanger thing that goes on the car. So yes, so that was that. So that was slightly new for me to do on this channel, but I'm really apologise for the glare. I thought I could fix it, but then I realised I'd have to take some of the pictures out, and it's going to be too tricky because some of them are really wedged in. You can see I tried to get this one out and it's ripped it. So my apologies that the content wasn't quite up to scratch and it was possibly quite glary. So yeah, my apologies, but hopefully you enjoyed it and got a gist of it. And I'll be probably with more TN content again, which is less glary. Yay. Right, thank you so much for watching. Remember, creativity is contagious. Pass it on. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.